Hello friends, welcome. So here we are today, testing out a new little vloggy camera that a lot of vloggers use, a Canon R7 Mark III I think it is, or G7, whatever it is. Anyway, ordered it from America Friday afternoon and it arrived this morning, so that's pretty good to the UK. Today, as part of my free Reiki course as well, this video, you know, I'd like to just talk about the sort of, you know, people or animals you can heal. And, you know, you can heal most animals quite easily because they don't have preconceptions of religion or spirituality, these different things. So most animals are most accepting of Reiki energy or healing energy, whatever source you get that from. And, you know, the only thing that some animals don't like is being touched on the head. And some animals don't like being touched. They just like that, aren't they? So in that case, when you have an animal that doesn't like being touched, just heal through the aura, which is holding your hands 3 to 6 inches off their body and just healing that way, and the energy will pass fine in through their aura into their energy being, and, you know, it will go to wherever it's needed. So as Reiki healers, we don't dictate where that healing goes. It naturally gets drawn to where it needs to go, to depletions, whether they be mental, emotional, physical or spiritual. And, you know, the depletions are of the spirit, so that go to those spiritual depletions that then passes on to the physical mind or life to physically heal or mentally, emotionally heal. So it's through the spirit that we're healing. So it's from spirit, through spirit, to spirit, if you believe in it that way, or from the universe through the channel yourself to the recipient that you're healing. Now, as far as it comes to healing people, far more complicated, because they do have preconceptions of spirituality, religion, beliefs and different things, and this can end up blocking it. Whereas you don't get that problem with animals. So you have a person come to you and, you know, they want to try Reiki. They haven't really looked into it that much. They come to you and they sit down, and this is one of the cases that I had. She sat down and said, "I don't believe in God." And that puts a whole load of blocks up to a degree, because it's okay not to believe in God, but you've got to really believe that you're an energy being and probably a spirit to receive energy healing, whatever form that comes in, Reiki or whatever other healing modality it is. You have to believe you've got an energy body, at least that much, and probably a spirit. Because if you don't believe in God, there's a good chance you don't believe you're a spirit, and there's a good chance you don't believe there's an afterlife, and that's fair enough. But you do have an energy being. It is a life force, it is intelligent, and that is spirit. And Reiki is, Rei means universal or spiritual, and Ki means life force energy. The same as Chi, that means life force energy, or Prana, that in India, that means life force energy. So Ki energy is what we call it in Japan. So if you don't believe you've got that life force in you, then the healer's going to do no good, because the spirit naturally puts up blocks to being received because of disbelief. So they come for healing, they want healing, you put your hands on them, nothing channels through you, can feel nothing's going through you to them. And afterwards, after 35 to 50 minutes healing, they get off the healing couch and they say, "I didn't feel a thing." And I'm going, well, it's not going to work for you. You know, it won't work for you because you've got too many blocks going up against receiving healing. And they wanted to be a Reiki healer, and they said, "Do you think I could be a Reiki healer?" And I said, "I doubt that very much." So it's that, and, you know, skeptics, another group that, you know, "Oh, I don't know how this works," or "I don't believe it. How could it work? How could this do? How could they get this energy and channel through them?" and blah, blah, blah. And again, they're putting up a whole load of blocks to it. So you can't heal everybody. Some people you find you will have amazing results with, and another person, exactly the same condition to the same level, and it doesn't work. It doesn't hardly do any good at all. and sometimes not at all any good. So you can have two people with identical condition, one you do wonders with and the other not at all. So it's just one of those things, and you have to make an assessment after the first or 2 or 3 sessions to say, look, it's not working for you, if it's not working for them, and say, you know, I'm not going to continue the treatments. You know, that's up to you. If you want to just take their money, you probably would, but I'm not like that. You know, I do it out of concern for humanity with integrity and honesty. You know, so be truthful to people. That's the best way to use it. So we go forward from there. So I also had a guy that was trying Reiki because he tried everything else, and he was so depressed that, you know, he wanted to try Reiki to see if it would help him, and he found the sessions, and I gave him 2 sessions, and he found it relaxing. But he came back after those 2 sessions each time, and it hadn't had any beneficial effect on him, because he'd shut down his mind. He'd stopped doing all the activities he used to do. He'd slowly become more and more, you know, withdrawn within himself, highly depressed, and he virtually wanted a miracle, you know, and that's what it had taken virtually, because he wasn't helping himself. His own mind was so negative that it wouldn't allow self-healing to take place. So this, excuse me, this is another group you sometimes can't help because, you know, they're not in a positive state of mind. Now, you know, we know that people with a healthy mind have a healthier body, have a healthier mentality. So Reiki is also partly about encouraging them to self-heal and to have a positive state of mind and self-belief that the Reiki can help them and they can help themselves. So really, as Reiki healers, we're initiating self-healing in a person, but it's got to start partly in the mind. And if they believe the Reiki is going to help them, and it will heal them during the session, and they will experience things quite often, and they will, you know, those that believe in it, they come out the other side of it in a more positive aspect. But the healing will remove things, and they can have this healing crisis. It's a natural part of Reiki, where a big dark thing leaves them, and it could be a physical thing where it gets more painful as it's drawn out of them quite often the next morning, or they could feel, you know, more mentally unwell, emotionally depressed, more depressed until it's released. But that's part of their release. It's part of their self-healing process. So they've got to be in the mindset to believe that it's going to help them, and then they start helping themselves mentally. So partly in the mind too, self-healing, apart from that. And, you know, even the placebo effect that some do experience, taking a tablet they think is going to help them, is because they've got a healthier state of mind, and it allows self-healing to take place. So those taking the actual drug, you know, it has the effect it's meant to, but those just taking a chalk tablet, you know, is not going to help them in the slightest bit. But their mind is so positive that this thing is going to help them that it allows self-healing to take place. So it's similar to that in Reiki. Anyway, what I also wanted to demonstrate today is building a chi ball between your hands. So now, there's 2 ways to do chi balls, and that is you either use your own spirit energy, your energy, body energy, and you build a chi ball, you know, and that's your energy in that ball. And you can use it to heal others if you want to, by more or less projecting it to a person you know would be receptive to receiving Reiki. Because send it to somebody that doesn't want it, you know, doesn't know you're sending it, it's not going to work. It'll bounce off quite often and do no good at all. So, but that's your energy, you know, and you're throwing your energy, and that's depleting your spirit slightly of your own life force energy. So you wouldn't want to do it too much, or you become very, very depleted. And, you know, so if you build a chi ball out of your own energy, you should always put it back into yourself afterwards. So that you're not losing your own energy. Now, there's another way to build a chi ball from universal life force energy, which is Reiki or prana or chi or ki. So chi is Chinese, life force energy. Ki is Japanese life force energy. So prana is Indian life force energy. So in India. Excuse me. So yeah, you know, and I'm going to teach you how to do that quickly. So just get yourself into a more relaxed state for a second. And just take a few deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth. And just let your mind still and quiet. And become relaxed. Nice and tranquil. Going into that peaceful zone. Okay, now we're going to ground ourselves. And you can visualize yourself growing roots out of your feet outside somewhere into the ground and deep down into the ground, wrapping around a crystal. Or you can see yourself standing on a beach and really connecting through the wet sand, on the dewy grass, or like a tree with big roots in the ground, and really connect with that earthly energy and let it rise up in your body to harmonize you, to bring you into balance, and allow all your negative energies, daily cares and worries to flow down those roots into the earth, and that energy will be replenished and reused. And just allow yourself to deeply connect to the earth. So deeply connecting, resonating with that energy flowing up into your body through the roots or through your feet. And that's it, just draw those roots back in now. Now what we want to do is invoke protection. We must always ground and protect ourselves before any spiritual practice, and always ground ourselves at the end once we've finished and close our chakras down. So just reach your arms up to the universe and connect with the life force energy or other energies, healing energies, protective energies, and invoke a white light of protection come down upon you and down into your crown chakra to fill your whole spiritual being, your energy body, and flowing all around you, enveloping you in your aura. And that white energy, protective energy, fills your whole entire being to protect you from negativity and negative influences of spirit. And it extends out and flows out beyond your aura and protects a 360-degree shield of protection against negative influences, whether they be physical or spiritual. And now we're going to draw Reiki energy into us. And this comes again from the universe, and it will come down through our crown. As we breathe in through our nose, we breathe it in through our crown, through our mouth, down our throat, over the top of our heart, down the Hara line. And that means belly in Japan. Over the top of our solar plexus, over the top of our belly button, just underneath it, inside of us, and down into our lower dantian, which is just below our belly button, slightly high on our abdomen. And this is the main dantian, but in Japan they're called tantian. So we going to breathe that energy down into that to fill that, and that's called the Sea of Chi, this dantian, or the elixir of life. So we're going to breathe that in, and as we breathe out through our mouth, so breathe in through your nose all the way down, this white energy, Reiki energy, Chi energy, Ki energy, down into that tantian to fill it with it. And as you breathe out, you let it expand through your whole body out, and after a few breaths, it expands out through your hands, it expands out through your feet, it expands out into your aura. So we just do that now. So just invoke that energy, just put your hands up in the air and connect with that life force energy in the universe, which is in the universe, all on the earth, all around us, everywhere. So I just connect with the universe. And take our first breath in through the crown, over the mouth, down the hara line into the Tantian. Let that energy flow into your Tantian and expand within your body, within your energy body. And another breath. And breathe out and let it expand further out in your body. Another breath. Filling your Tantian, expanding out through your hands and feet. You can also draw it in through your feet if you wish to, as you breathe it in through your crown. Now we've got chi energy of the universe within us, expanded out into our aura. Now what I do to form a chi ball is this. I throw the chi, we open the chakras in our spirit, and we can open the root chakra, red, in the base of our spine, the sacral chakra, orange, in our abdomen, the solar plexus chakra, yellow, in our solar plexus, just above our belly button. Our heart chakra, green, sometimes green and pink. Our throat chakra, blue, just expanding like lights. Our brow chakra, indigo, purple. Our crown chakra, violet. So we just power ourselves up. We'll just take a couple more breaths of that chi energy from the universe down into our Tantian, our lower Tantian. Now begin to allow it to flow to your hands. Your hand chakras opening in your palms. Okay, now we just throw the chi, if you watch. Throw our arms down like this to throw the chi up our arms. Okay, into our hands. Now you want a chi ball. Mentally build a chi ball about the size of a tennis ball and just gently pat it, and you'll feel resistance as this chi ball grows, starting to build up. Okay, that chi ball's just growing there. You can just feel that tiny bit of resistance, and you can start to expand the chi ball bigger and bigger. Okay, and you just feel that tiny resistance between your hands of that energy. Your hands are bouncing off that chi ball. And then you can move the chi ball round. You can feel its energy tingling on your hands. There you go. So not everybody can do this, but those of you that are a little bit more advanced can do this for sure. But in time with practice, most of us can. That's it, the chi ball. Okay, now because this is universal life force energy, you can throw it, either put it back into yourself or throw it to some need upon the earth. It could be wars, it could be hospices, it could be a person you know. So you can just send that to somebody or to something you'd like to send it to, and just throw it with your intention to go to that thing or person. And just allow it to go to them and flow to them. Okay? So that's a form of distant healing. And just close your hands together, rub off any excess energy, and just put the rest back into your body. So I threw that to somebody I know that's got a really bad back at the moment. Okay? And that was just a demonstration of being able to feel your, the chi energy, and you can do it with your own energy, but usually put that back. Anyway, now we've got to close down. So what I do to close down is I put my hands over my head, close that crown chakra to a normal state. They only close to a normal state, dimming your spirit back to a normal state. Brow chakra to a normal state. And all the other chakras closing to a normal state, because there's many more. Heart chakra to a normal state. Your spirit dimming and other chakras closing. Over the solar plexus to a normal state. Down over your sacral chakra, your just closing to a normal state, and finally your root chakra in the base of your spine, closing to a normal state, and all down your legs just close to a normal state. You do have a chakra below your feet, earth chakra, and you can close that. And above your head, above the crown chakra, there are others that you can close. And the last thing we need to do is just ground ourselves again. So just form that connection to the earth, and it grounds you from any spiritual state you've been in, and it helps you to reconnect with the earthly vibration, and it brings you back into the here and now if you've been off in some spiritual state, meditating or anything else. So it's reforming our physical connection. And the root chakra, red, is also greatly about doing that grounding and reconnecting, so you can do it through that chakra too. Nice and relaxed now. So sometimes if you want to try this again, try putting that chi ball in your head and see what you feel, or into a chakra area and see what energy you experience from that. Great tingles. And that's another thing you can feel with that. When you've got the chi ball there, you know, you can feel the tingles in your hand and stuff. So I've been looking at the screen quite a lot in this video. I should be looking into the camera lens. I have to flip it down next time so I'm not looking at it. Anyway, friends, I hope that was, you know, informative to you, you know, and just something to try. And, you know, the types of people and, you know, animals you come across that will accept healing and love healing. And, you know, a lady commented on one of my videos. My daughter, I think she was about 3 years old, absolutely loves your videos, wants to watch them every day, so on her mobile phone. And she said, but my cat also loves your videos, your healing videos, because every time I put one on, the cat comes and lays on top of the phone. So you're thinking, well, that's lovely. You know, animals can benefit from healing just as much. And, you know, Reiki healers are taught how to heal animals as well, to some extent. And, you know, there are different animal healing modalities out there too, you know, where you can get qualified as an animal healer. So a wonderful gift. Anyway, love and light to you. I hope this was helpful. Bless you, Neil.